I may not have given what they wanted, but I gave all love allowed. After layer upon layer of our ego's deconstruction, we may come to understand that there is only one enemy, and that enemy is me, this particular manifestation of consciousness that I like to call I. Suffering seems to exist in the gap between us and them. Suffering is an illusion. There is no separation, no distance. Suffering is the illusion of separateness from God. Forgiveness destroys the illusion of separateness. Love your enemies. Pray for those who hurt you. We bought that field. The knowledge of good and evil will not suffice for this time. We must show ourselves to be more wise than our AI. There is a field out past the ones and the zeros. That field was purchased long ago. There was a treasure in that field. In our joy, we sold all we had. We bought that field. Labor and the expression of worth. Many of us who were bound as children are now bound to be free. It is possible that you are succeeding even as you seem to be failing in the eyes of others. Honesty brings out the truth about our relationships. Honesty is a catalyst which accelerates the relational process. Dishonest relationships become hurtful control mechanisms. Being honest moves us through our dead-end relationships. It's okay. Grace, the one ineffable formlessness which unifies us through layered dimensions. That which draws us into communion even as we participate in these small-minded hell realms of our own creation. Labor and the expression of worth. So, if we're one with everything, what's all this talk about boundaries and kicking the toxic people out of our lives all about? Establishing a boundary between yourself and another human being is an act of love. Boundaries provide the other person with an opportunity to show respect. Maintaining boundaries helps us to establish our self-respect. Respecting boundaries builds trust and allows us to experience deeper connection with reality. Many of us don't really ever have to consciously approach these rules. A lot of us were raised in homes where we did get these things from a young age. However, if we didn't, then at some point over a course of time, we have to go back and we have to kind of reverse engineer these things. These are our first efforts as we start reverse engineering these things. We realize something is missing, so we start to try to produce the right behavior. At some point, the right behavior is not enough, and we have to have the heart of love formed in us. So that's why there's all this regard for boundaries.